Good? Good so far, it's okay. It's good. For me too, it's good. Okay, so the topic today is about the joke is on me. It's on God, which is something so big. But when you need to laugh with him or at him or whatever. Okay, so humor is often seen as a way of coping with the absurdities and tragedies of human existence. Ooh. But humor can also be a way of exploring the paradoxes and contradictions of religion, which claims to offer ultimate answers and values for humanity. And then in this presentation, our speaker today will examine how humor about God can reveal the irony of religion and the meaning of humanity. The speaker also will draw on examples from various sources to show how humor about God can challenge, critique, or celebrate religious beliefs and practices. Wow, it's kind of scary with critic. And then the speaker also will also discuss how humor about God can express different aspects of human nature, such as curiosity, doubt, faith, hope, and love. And the argument from this presentation will be that humor about God can be a valuable tool for understanding and appreciating the complexity and diversity of religion and humanity. And then our amazing speaker today is Reverend Professor Robert Setio, PhD. He is the current Dean of the Faculty of Theology at Universitas Kristen Duta Wacana. And he is also a board member of the ICRS, or Indonesian Consortium for Religious Studies, where he has taught interreligious hermeneutics and approaches to interreligious studies. His main research interest is on biblical hermeneutics. So without any further ado, please welcome Prof. Robert. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for your kind introduction, Sophie. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm not a stranger here because I've been engaged with ICRS for a lot of years, but only now that I can fill in the Wednesday forum with one section. But hopefully this will enlighten me, and especially because this is something that I guess we can, through humor, engage one another. So just to give a little more flavor to ICRS, if I may. This is fun, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one works better.
Joking. Yeah, the joke is on me. And of course, if you are familiar with beaches, it is actually one part of the song title, whatever. I don't remember.
I thought you want to sing it.
Yeah, now I will play the song.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Why is it silent?
I started a joke.
Dari laptop.
Yeah. Oh, laptopnya dibesarin. Ya, sudah. Ya.
I started to cry. It started the whole world laughing. Oh, if I but the joke on me. Save my head from things that I said. I'm finally dying, which started the total living. Oh, if I that's the joke was following. Save my head from things that I said. Till I finally died, which started the whole living. Oh, if I say nothing, see. That's the joke was following. That's the joke was on me.
This is supposed to be a poignant song, but I wonder if we can catch this suffering, deep anxiety within the song. When I was listening to this song when I was still young, I never expected that this song would be such a poignant song. I thought this is just good for easing my mind. Yeah, a very peaceful song, but actually when we learn from the lyrics, it's another matter. Cordelia, I cannot really see my own laptop because the words are so small. But the Cordelia chat who commented on this song said that the premise of the song is that an unnamed individual, whoever he or she is misunderstood. He loves when the word cries and cries when the word loves. For me, this is irony, and I'm sure you will also agree that this is irony. This song is about irony, and of course, it is not about a person, but maybe this is the experience of everybody, the irony of life. Soren Kierkegaard, a famous Danish philosopher, explains irony as this. Irony limits, finitizes, and circumscribes, and thereby yields truth, actuality, content. It disciplines and punishes, and thereby yields balance and consistency. The importance of these explanations is that through irony, you come to the world, to the existence of your life as it is, and therefore it is surprising. It is even whatever you can feel about this for the first time. So he said further, he who does not understand irony and has no ear for its whispering lacks of what might call the absolute beginning of the personal life. The absolute beginning of personal life. If we are born or reborn, that's the situation when we face the irony. he lacks what at moments is indispensable for the personal life, lacks both the regeneration and rejuvenation, the cleaning baptism of irony that redeems the soul from having its life in finitude, though living boldly and energetically in finitude. Yeah, you know, Kierkegaard is always pointing to the existentiality of a person, and the real person is the existential person, and irony really brings us to this personhood of a person. And then the title, "The Joke is on Me," which I give a bracket, "Me here is God." Maybe it's something that we are not really familiar when we talk about God. And first of all, the phrase "the joke is on me," for those who are not familiar with this phrase, means that a person who has tried to make someone else look silly, but has made himself or herself look silly instead. That's the meaning of "the joke is on me." Whether this phrase can be applied to God. What if the joke is on God? Yeah, God in the first place wants to make a joke on the people, on his creation, but in the end, he himself is the target of the silliness, the joke, like the picture on the right. Yeah, you can see that, and nobody is laughing. Yeah, I guess this is something that you point to the brain. Yeah, that you are here. Whatever you think about God is in your brain. That's why it is put there. Even though the setting is like in heaven, but still the brain makes this imaginable. In Christianity, I draw a painting from 13th century, of which people give a title, "The Smiling Christ." This crucified Christ is different from the normal crucified Christ. Usually, what we see is the agonized, suffering Christ with serious face, sad face. But this time, you have a smiling face of Christ. Just like the song of Beaches, he cries when the world laughs, and he laughs when the world cries. So whenever the Christians contemplate on the crucifixions of Christ, like this time with this during these weeks of Lent, approaching to the Easter, we become more serious and solemn, whatever. But again, when at the peak, Christ is not showing the agony, instead laughing. What happened? What we can imagine Christ at that time. This is the paradox, the irony of the suffering of Christ. And the song also reminds us that it happens even when the person dies. Yeah, I, as a Christian and especially as a minister, cannot avoid linking this song with this smiling of Christ. So the problem is we usually only see Christ from one side, that is the serious Christ, the suffering Christ, but not the smiling or the joyful Christ, or even maybe he also feels funny. This word is funny. Whenever when he was at the peak of his life. John Tiles, a kind of philosopher, I guess, who tries to understand what is the essence of humor, relates humor with humanity. And he says that actually comic and tragic experiences don't just refer to various categories of facts and events. So when we laugh, when we are sad, it is not because of the events themselves, but to the way in which man interprets and experiences these facts, and to the way in which he relates himself as existential to things. How to interpret its hermeneutics is how you understand facts rather than the facts themselves. Therefore, you can bring or develop what you understand from the facts into more existential experience. And this is what we hope with the two things, the tragic and comic experiences of life. From there, he theorizes that humor refers to an essential structure of human existence, more specifically to the fact that man is a tragic comic being. It is interesting to see that he doesn't separate tragic and comic. They are integrated part of human being. Second, he said that the art of life of humor can be seen as a specific complement of the classic virtue of practical wisdom. I'll come again to this point, practical wisdom, which is made known by Aristotle among others. And then the third point is humor is a life art is timeless. As a life art is timeless, but is most appropriately suited to the living conditions of the postmodern citizen. I'm not really sure whether I belong to this postmodern life. I'm quite old, but I like postmodern kind of thinking, and I celebrate this third point of Tiles 2. But anyway, this is the theory that he has on humor. An example from him is the example of the tragic comic experience of human being, an inspirable experience of human being. He has a story about a plane belonging to the Russian army carrying some cows from Siberia. Because it was too heavy, the plane swerved. Then they decided to throw some cows into the sea to reduce the load. And the cattle accidentally fell on a Japanese fishing boat that was damaged and sank. And then the fishermen were able to save themselves, but they were later punished because no one believed their story that the ship sank because of a cow fell in the middle of the ocean. What a tragic comic situation you have here in this example. Yeah, so I underline this tragic comic is something that you cannot separate from the basic of your human life or human experience. And I now try to engage with the understanding of religion. Among others is known expressions by Rudolf Otto, phenomenology, that religion is not just a set of beliefs or rituals, it is a profound encounter with the transcendent. The holy is hidden and veiled. We cannot grasp it with our intellect, but only approach it with awe and wonder. But how make it funny? That is what